going to talk to you about something entirely different. We all know about Hollywood, and we know that there's a Hollywood Hall of Fame in Los Angeles. Now, I wonder if anybody knows how many Indians are in that Hall of Fame. I don't think there's anybody except one man, and his name is Sabu. Now, you must be wondering who Sabu is. I think some of the old timers will be knowing Sabu is one of the elephant boy actors who used to act in Hollywood movies way back in the 30s and 40s. And his name is actually Selar Sabu, but he's popularly known as Sabu. Now, Sabu was born in 1924. That is the days when the British Raj was omnipotent in India. And at that time, he was born in the kingdom of Mysore. Mysore in those days was a principality and it was an independent kingdom under the edges of the Raj, and he was born there, 1924. That's a long time back. He grew up in the Mysore state, close to the Mysore city, and his father was a Mahout. If you understand, a Mahout is a man who looks after elephants. So his father was an elephant keeper, and he was his son. Now, in 1937, there was a British documentary producer who came to India, and he was looking around for a boy to be cast as an elephant boy. And the name of the producer was Robert Flaherty. He was the man who was making the documentary, and he's an Englishman, and he was looking around for a suitable boy to act the role of an elephant boy. Obviously, he had to come only to India because India was the land of the elephants. And the Indian elephants, as you know, are very tame comparatively to the African elephants. And he came to South India because that was the home of the elephants. Hundreds of them used to roam around in the jungles and the countryside. And obviously, this gentleman found his search successful in this region. He saw the Mahout and his boy, and he offered him a role in this film, in the documentary, and that film was a hit documentary. That is in 1937. Subsequently, this man thought that I should help this boy rise up in life because otherwise he will be wasted away, and he took him to America. And he went there and he starred in a number of pictures in Hollywood, including The Thief of Baghdad, so many movies. And I think there are a dozen of those movies which you can get in the list from the YouTube or Wikipedia. And then he became a naturalized American citizen. I think in 44, he joined the United States Army Air Force. In those days, there was no separate Air Force. It used to be the Air Force was a complement of the US Army, and he became a gunner in the B-24 Liberator bombers, which were used for bombing the Germans and the Japanese. So he served in the army for 2 years, and that's to his credit. And when he came back after the war was over in 1945, that is, the demobilization took place, Sabu went back to Hollywood to look for roles. He had already got a few roles during the war also, and now he got many more roles. He did them successfully, but then around 47 or 48, his market began to fall. And he was then involved with an extramarital love affair also. And one of the German actresses claimed that he had fathered her child. The case was heard, and the jury acquitted Sabu. But then the higher court felt that the jury had been given wrong instructions, so the trial was reheld. But before the result could be given, Sabu accepted whatever contention was there of the German girl, and he agreed that he would support the child till the age of 21 and give her compensation as well. So the matter ended. But in 48, he married a small time actress of Hollywood. And he remained married with her till the time he died. Now, at that time, I think he went into a little bit of financial problems, Sabu, and he got some roles, but he was not able to make the big break. But some of his earlier films have become legendary, as I told you, like The Thief of Baghdad, The Magic Carpet, and then Mowgli, the character created by Rudyard Kipling. So the boy in that, the original boy was Sabu, who did the role of Mowgli. I think Rudyard Kipling had a great fascination for India, as you all know, and Mowgli and other characters were brought to life by Sabu. In 1951, I think Sabu got into some more problems because of finance, and he engineered a breakthrough rather to earn money, and he got the first story of his house burnt in Los Angeles to get the compensation for the burnt out building from the insurance. But after the insurance had paid him, they realized that he'd given a fake claim, so they sued him, and finally the matter was settled when he returned part of the money. Sabu continued acting, but now, as I told you, films were not coming to him, and then he shifted to England. And when he shifted to England, he got some roles, but obviously it's not the same character what he was doing earlier. So, gentlemen, the point I'm coming to is that Sabu had made a mark in Hollywood at that time in his early stint as the Elephant Boy. And when he was very young. Of course, now after that he became an American citizen, served in the Second World War as a bomber pilot, and then our good friend Sabu also married an American girl. He had two children from her, and both the children are still alive. I think the daughter died in 2001, and the son is still alive. He started running a band called the Sabu Band in America, and his wife is outlived him. But in '63, he had a medical examination. The doctor told him, I will go out of business if people are so healthy as you are. But just 48 after that, he died. 48 hours after that, he died. I mean, he was only 39. That is 1963. But in 1960, Sabu was incorporated into the Hall of Fame, Hollywood Hall of Fame, with a great honor. And it's a fact of life that even Amitabh Bachchan's name doesn't feature in that list there. So you can well imagine to be included in Hollywood's Hall of Fame is a very big thing and a proud moment for Indians. And this is a wonderful story of a man who was actually the son of a Mahout in the jungles of Mysore, rose up to Hollywood, became a wonderful star who starred in so many films, and then finally he bid goodbye at a very young age. I really don't know what is it, but I understand his brother also had gone and joined him in America. So the entire family is just there. I don't know where they are. There any connection with India or no at the moment. But Sabu is a person, he does fascinate me. Fascinate me in the sense that you do not know what life is going to hold for you. Sabu was a nobody. I mean, he would have lived his life as a Mahout in the jungles, looking after the elephants and gone away. But as we say, the Buddha smiled on him. The Buddha smiled on him, and he got the big breakthrough when when the British producer came to India and selected Sabu for a role of the Elephant Boy. And then there's no looking back. When there was a character to be played, the Mowgli character was to be played, nobody could think beyond the Sabu. Then The Thief of Baghdad, The Magic Pocket. There's so many movies of his. I think in nearly 20 movies he acted in them, starred in them as the main star, and later on he was coming in supporting roles. But then it was almost the end of the thing because he somehow couldn't carry on with the charm which he had earlier. And I thought he lived a wonderful life, basically, but died pretty young at the age of 39 in 1963. Well, gentlemen, this is just an introduction of a man who came from the village and rose up to be one of the greats of Hollywood, whose name features in the Hollywood Hall of Fame. I think idea is to tell you about such a man. And despite all the talk of the so many big Indian stars of the Bombay screen or the Tamil screen, none of them features in Hollywood's Hall of Fame, which Sabu does. I'll close now, gentlemen. I hope you like this video. It's a short one. Do like it, share it, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to it. In the meantime, I'll say goodbye, take care, and God bless.